Do you ever feel like you're stuck as an artist? Like whatever you make, it's just not enough? Like you should be practicing every single day, pushing yourself, grinding, because that's the only way to improve? I used to think so too. But you know what? That mindset didn't make me a better artist. It made me exhausted. It made me question why I was even creating in the first place. And honestly, it stole the joy out of creating, out of something that used to bring me so much joy in my life. So this year, I'm changing it up. My word for 2025 is vibing. Not grinding, not hustling, not forcing myself to this endless loop of I should be doing more, vibing, flowing, and enjoying art again. And if that sounds like the kind of energy that you need in your creative journey, stick around because I'm about to share the exact steps that I'm taking as an artist to grow this year without burning out. Step 1, visualization and meditation. Before I even pick up a paintbrush, before I even think about creating, I'm going to start with my mind, because here's the truth. Art doesn't just come from skill, it comes from your headspace. If you're feeling blocked, stressed, or creatively drained, no amount of technical practice is going to fix that. So every morning, before I dive into my day, I'm taking 5 minutes. That's it. 5 minutes to close my eyes, to take a breath, and visualize myself creating. Not perfectly, not flawlessly, but freely. I'm gonna picture the colors blending, my brush moving with ease. I'm gonna imagine getting lost in the process of making something just because it feels good. And let me tell you, those 5 minutes can change everything. Because by the time I actually sit down to create, I'm already in the right mindset. I'm not overthinking. I'm not doubting myself. I'm just doing. Try it. Seriously. Before you start your next practice, take a second. Close your eyes. See yourself creating. And then go make something. No pressure. No expectations. Just see what happens. Step 2. Daily art without the pressure. This year, I actually decided to create art every day, but with one huge difference. If I miss a day, I'm not beating myself up, because here's the thing, life happens. Energy fluctuates. Some days I'll be in the zone, painting for hours. Other days, I'll barely have the time or the headspace to pick up a brush. And that's okay. Because for me, daily art isn't about forcing me to create. It's about keeping the door open, showing up when I can. And when I don't, knowing that my art will always be there waiting for me the next day. If I don't finish something today, I'll finish tomorrow or another day when I can bring the time and the energy that it deserves. No guilt, no pressure, just flow that works with me and not against me. So if you've ever struggled with consistency, but still want to create more, try this. Instead of saying, I have to create daily, tell yourself, I get to create daily. And if I can't today, I will when I'm able to, because that shift changes everything. Step 3, accountability on YouTube. Yes, I know, I said it. And I really believe, even though I get no views or, very few views, very little engagement, YouTube has been the best accountability partner for anything and everything that I do. So if you haven't started a YouTube channel, you probably should. Because let's be real, saying we're going to do something and actually doing it, 2 very different things. That's why I'm using YouTube as a form of creative accountability. Not in a way that pressures me to churn out content, but a way that keeps me showing up for my art. Because I know if I'm going to share my journey, whether it's a new painting, a behind the scenes look at my process, or even the unfinished messy stuff, it keeps me engaged with my creativity. And honestly, it helps me let go of that perfectionism, because the reality is not every piece we make is going to be that masterpiece. And I want to be able to see more artists show their work where you're not as focused on, this is the magnificent, beautiful thing I created. Don't you just love it? I want to see, look at this piece. It turned out like crap, but it doesn't make me not an artist. Sometimes the best thing we can do is let people see the process, the trial and the error, the moments of frustration, and the happy accidents. So that's what I'm going for this year. I'm just letting myself be seen, even though it's scary, because creativity isn't just about the final product. It's about the journey. And I want to document that, not just for myself, but for anyone else who needs a reminder that it's okay to be a work in progress. And step 4 is creating with a purpose. Now it's a huge one, because if you've ever felt like your art is meaningless, like you're just making things for the sake of making them, this might be what's missing. Purpose. Not in a heavy pressured kind of way, but in a way that makes you feel like it actually matters. For me, that means asking myself, why am I creating this? Who am I creating it for? How do I want people to feel when they see it? Because when your art has meaning, whether that's storytelling, self-expression, or just simply bringing joy to someone's day, it's so much easier to stay motivated. And listen, your purpose doesn't have to be some big, deep thing. Maybe it's just creating something that makes you happy. Maybe it's making gifts for friends. Maybe it's using your art to capture memories or moments in time. Like, I like to create a lot of art for birthday parties. Whatever it is, find it. Hold on to it. Let it be the thing that pulls you back to your creativity on the days when you don't feel inspired. Because when your art has purpose, you'll never feel like you're wasting your time. Vibing, not grinding. So here's where I'm at. I still want to grow as an artist. I still want to improve, but I refuse to let my creativity become a source of stress. Because art is supposed to bring us to life, not drain it out of us. So in 2025, I'm choosing to vibe with my creativity, to grow in a way that feels natural, joyful, and sustainable, to stop chasing perfectionism and just start enjoying the process. And I hope this inspires you to do the same. So tell me, what is your word for the year? How are you planning to grow as an artist in a way that actually feels good? Drop it in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. And if you want to stay connected, you can join my newsletter, and I'll add a link to that in the description. And if you missed last week's video, I talked about why I define myself as an art wannabe instead of an artist. So if you ever have felt like that, like you don't fit into the traditional artist role, you're gonna want to check that out. Until next time, go master your next moment.